morning, my viewer. Like I promised, we shall continue with the examples under trigonometry, and that is the general formula. So this morning we are looking at example C. These examples describe different concepts that we all need to be conversant with while doing mathematics, in particular trigonometry. So that's our question. We are finding the angles of theta in between 0 and 180 degrees for that particular equation. So like in the previous videos, we get our principal value, and I hope you know what the principal value is by now. 3 theta minus 30 degrees is equal to the arctan of negative root 3 divided by 2. Once you press that on your calculator, you'll obtain. However, because I'm not going to use the general formula, I'm going to use the diagram. I'll not need to get the arctan of the negative. I'll simply need to get the arctan of root 3 over 2. And then the negative, if you're using the diagram, that small illustration of acts, the negative simply tells you that choose those quadrants in which tan is negative. And so the arctan of root 3 over 2 is 40.9, but it is lying in the quadrants in which tan is negative. Remember, because we are dealing with angles of 3 theta minus 30 degrees, we have to get the range for 3 theta minus 30 degrees. So first, by multiplying through by 3 on all sides, then later subtract 30 on all sides such that we obtain the range for 3 theta minus 30. Remember, there is no mark for that. However, it is simply going to guide us. If you can just remember how you get it and put the range, it's okay. However, I would advise you come from first principles. So we are now going to start describing our angles on that particular axis, on that particular diagram. And I'm stopping at 540 because our maximum angle is 510 degrees. So we're going to turn a 1 revolution and a half. So we obtain the quadrants in which tan is negative, and that is where sine is positive and cos is positive. And so we now start getting the angles of 3 theta minus 30. So when you describe the first one, you will get 180 minus 40.9, which is equals to 139.1 degrees. I hope you are conversant with this diagram by now and how we obtain those angles. So once you continue, you will describe the second angle, which is 360 minus 40.9, which is 319.1 degrees. And then finally 540 minus 40.9 degrees, which gives us 499.1 degrees. However, we are looking for angles of theta, so first we add 30 on both sides to get the angles of 3 theta, which is 169.1, 349.1, 529.1 degrees. And once we now divide through by 3 to get angles of theta, we get our last values down there, which is 56.4 degrees, 116.4 degrees, and 176.4 degrees. Use the other method and so that you get the same answers. Thank you.